This is the Big Island, Channel 6, Hawaii at its best.
Keoho's Weekly Highlights is brought to you by the Crown Lands of Keoho, the Keoho Shopping Village, and the Keoho Beach Hotel. Be sure to watch for weekly highlights, 6:30 and 7:30 p.m., 7 nights a week, here on Channel 6.
Aloha and good evening, everyone. It's nice having you here on Keoho's Weekly Highlights. I'm Lionel Medeiros. Well, coming up tonight, we have highlights of Big Island Gym's bench press competition. We'll tell you about CAD, Kona against drunk drivers. And we also have the Chef's Triathlon from Waikoloa. That and more is coming up tonight here on Keoho's Weekly Highlights. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Aloha mai. We welcome you to our Keoho Beach Hotel. Anytime is happy time. For our kama'ainas and visitors, the food is always ono at our Kuakini Terrace. Succulent seafood every weekend. Our sumptuous Sunday brunch, all you can eat. Chinese favorites in the middle of the week. So ono. For the celebrations of your life. E como mai. To the Keoho Beach Hotel. The true spirit of aloha exists.
Get away for the day at beautiful Keoho Shopping Village with over 40 stores to choose from, like these. Kona Kai Cafe, for simply the best in pure Kona coffee, fresh pastries, and an espresso bar. Keoho Kona Realty, we're the friendly professionals. Keoho Shopping Village, so much to see and do.
When you're short of help, does your business run like this? Then you need Dunhill Temporary Systems personnel to keep it running like this. Just one call to Dunhill puts skilled, professional people on your workplace team fast. Like clerical, secretarial, word processing, or light industrial. Dozens of Big Island companies know Dunhill is the name to remember for quality temporary help and personalized service. Dunhill has 3 conveniently located offices in Hilo, Kona, and Waimea. So keep your business moving. Call Dunhill today.
Well, the Iron Man has come and gone, and with it went iron fever as well. Or did it? Not according to these would-be triathletes.
Mark, get set, go!
Well, by this point, you might have guessed that these are not the pro triathletes we're accustomed to seeing. In fact, the only things these athletes are professionals at is food preparation. These are the chefs of the Kona Kohala Culinary Association, representing many of West Hawaii's finer establishments, lending their athletic expertise for a worthy cause benefiting our keikis.
Each year, the American Culinary Federation raises money for their Chef and the Child Foundation, which stresses nutrition among preschool children. You can use the money to either feed hungry children or sponsor nutrition research or nutrition education. And locally, our funds are donated to the Big Island Nutrition Council, who disperses with the funds. Last year, together with the Department of Education and the Cooperative Extension Service, we were able to produce an educational video featuring puppets.
Oh, nice.
And they learned all about the benefits of their different food groups.
How was the swim there, Stafford? Great. Just what I needed.
Well, not according to Danielle Thibault. This is the 3rd annual Chef's Triathlon. It opened with a 4-lap swim, followed by a 3-mile bike ride. And here's where they begin to feel a little more confident.
Let me see. Look at them run. Woo! I'd rather be cooking. What about dinner last night? You had some carbohydrates?
I had everything. Beer, wine.
How do you feel at this point of the course? Tired. Almost there.
Next event is something only a chef's race would consist of: potato peeling.
You gotta have 7 sides. Gotta get 7 sides.
Actually, the third event consists of potato peeling, also a 1-mile run, ending with an egg race.
I think we need a hollandaise sauce out of this en route.
Here you go.
Overall winners were Bruce McVicker
What does this mean to you personally, Bruce?
Well, it's to try to do it better next year.
and Ann Sutherland. This is just one of the many ways our Westaway chefs contributes back to our community, and while they may not be in top shape, they are certainly in rare form when it comes to helping our Keikis.
2, 1, go! Have a good race!
Next, it's off to the dog races. The Keoho Shopping Village held their first annual Dog and Jog. 60 entries came out for this event to increase healthy pet awareness.
We're doing it to promote heartworm awareness, and we're having 3 races today. A 2-mile race, 1-mile fun run walk. All proceeds from this dog jog goes towards spay-neuter certificates.
The course consisted of laps around the center, pet and owner pawing their way to the finish line, trying to lick the competition. Overall winner in the 2-mile race, winning himself a year's supply of dog food, was Rob Standard, who borrowed a friend's dog.
I've been training Bud for the last couple months for this race. I mean, just like a human, to get a dog in shape, they need to run, get exercise, and I've been taking him out with me while I was training for the Ironman, and he'd run, 4 or 5 miles with me, and he was in really good shape, and I was kind of disappointed when I thought he might not be able to compete because of me.
He did really well. He wasn't very excited about running with me. I think when he runs with Gary, he's excited, so he couldn't quite figure out who I was or what we were all about.
Well, we really wanted to have a good time, and we had hoped to raise some money for the Humane Society for spay-neuter clinics, spay-neuter certificates to cut down the pet population. And we hope that they become aware of the heartworm disease. That's actually the main reason that we had it, and to have a good time.
The day wrapped up with a one-of-a-kind costume competition. For a moment, these owners got to show us how they really feel about their pets. However, it did seem like the dogs enjoyed themselves just as well. For its debut, the event was a great success. The Keoho Shopping Village Dog and Jog, doggone good time.
Get away for the day in beautiful Keoho Shopping Village with over 40 stores to choose from, like these. KTA Superstores. You are special every day at KTA. Showcase Gallery for unusual gifts and distinctive fine art and jewelry. Keoho Shopping Village. So much to see and do.
When Hawaii's royalty would relax and play, they selected Keoho as the preferred place to live and remain. This unique area, the birthplace of King Kamehameha III, is blessed with year-round perfect weather, calm tropical waters, and bountiful ocean harvest, and therefore was honored as the crowned lands of Keoho. Now everyone can inherit this regal lineage of Keauhou with its hotels and condominium choices, championship golf course, world-class tennis, and modern shopping complex. Explore the crown lands of Keauhou and discover how ultimate life can be.
Viva Skim, the non-fat milk with full-bodied flavor.
Community projects are a driving force in Kona. Here's a couple designed to bring awareness at an early age. First off, Kahakai School hosted a program entitled Taiwan On for Safety. It's part of a project by CAD, Kona Against Drunk Driving.
We use the kids to get them aware, because it's important to start young. I mean, it's the people that are starting in the schools that are making the kids grow up and be aware from the start, rather than having to put it in, as we're doing now, into the community. And we have these red ribbons and we need them cut, and so we had a fundraiser here, a activity here where the kids got to participate in races to cut the ribbon and win prizes from Atlanta Submarine, and fair winds, and various businesses around the community helped out, and I really appreciate that too. It was nice.
Well, what I was talking about to everybody was the Taiwan On for Safety, with what we're going to be sending all the kids home with. The red ribbon, so the moms and dads can tie it around their antenna or their rear view mirror, and it will signify that they are driving responsibly. They are being careful and not driving under the influence of alcohol. Either they're having designated drivers if they're going to celebrate during the holidays and have a couple beers or whatever. And so all the kids will be coming home with red ribbons and the little paper that'll describe what it's for. And if they want any additional ribbons, or if they want to join Kona Against Drunk Driving, there's a phone number that they can call and do that.
The phone number for CAD is 326-1636. Let's all become a little more aware.
Hi everybody, McGruff here. You know what I really like a lot? Friends. I think everyone should have a whole bunch of friends of all kinds.
From Kahakai up to Kealakehe School, we find keikis learning to help take a bite out of crime. The Kona Police and McGruff are a force dedicated to giving youngsters a fair chance. Officer Daryl Picadura and his canine friend offered some valuable advice to kindergarten through grade 2 students.
McGruff was speaking on being lost, knowing your telephone number, knowing your home address and where you live, and who to go to and for help if you get lost or separated from your parents. For the older, I think second grades, he did talk about uncomfortable touching, which is not right. So he's letting the kids know that if you don't feel right and this happens to you, and you will know when that happens, that you should tell someone you trust, and that would probably be your parents or someone else, maybe here at school.
Don't let anybody touch you where it makes you feel sadly. You don't have to let them touch you, even if it makes them madly. Run and tell somebody grown up, 'cause it isn't your fault.
McGruff's third message was to have respect for authority, especially the law.
So always remember to wear your seatbelt. And
Officer Picadura touched on traffic safety.
I'd like to bring across those things that will involve the children and the parents, and our police department surely pushes wearing your seatbelts. We stress that a lot, and also not running back a pickup truck. If you follow the news in the last year or so, we've had a number of deaths concerning people falling out of pickup trucks. So we surely don't want people to be riding back of the pickup.
This dynamic duo hopes to share their message with all of West Hawaii's elementary schools. It's a valid program that builds for the future.
And remember to keep helping me take a fight out of crime.
Another group of hard-working community servers are the Kona JCs. Recently, they've been uncovering an important heiau site on the south side of the Kona Outdoor Circles building. Keala Kova'a was once used as a canoe heiau.
Well, it was a mess of weeds and grass and trees, and it was covered. These bushes are over 10 feet high, so it was quite a mess. We knew the project from the beginning was to open up and clear up the area of what we knew was a heiau. It was found to be a canoe heiau where they dedicated the canoes before taking it to the ocean. Apparently they forested the large koa trees up in the mountains, dug them partially out, brought them here, finished them out, blessed it here, and then took it to the ocean.
Well, there are 5 platforms. A major platform which is associated with canoe building. And according to the map that we have that was drawn in about 53 by Kei Kahuna, who's a local historian, there were some priests' houses, chief houses associated with it. Well, the structures themselves are interesting. Generally, we don't find a lot of artifacts around heiaus. They weren't really used as a habitation site, so there's not a lot of midden and that kind of stuff. But the structures themselves are important, and it's important because it's in an area that's, it's seen a lot of development, so it's one of the few remaining cultural sites around. And it's a heiau, so it's in that regard, it's an important site.
The project hopes to be completed in the early months of '92. Thanks to the effort of those involved, another piece of Hawaii's history will be preserved.
Get away for the day in beautiful Keauhou Shopping Village with over 40 stores to choose from, like these. Agner's Gems International. Second-generation jewelers with a wealth of jewelry expertise to serve you. Lonnie K. Boutique has got you covered with unparalleled fashion selections. Keauhou Shopping Village. So much to see and do.
We welcome you to the Keauhou Beach Hotel. Our ocean terrace is a delightful place to dine. Lanai tables overlook the fascinating tide pools. Enjoy Chinese delicacies and a dim sum table every Monday through Thursday from 5 to 9 p.m. Come and relax. Your evenings with us are always memorable. E komo mai. We welcome you to the Keauhou Beach Hotel, the true spirit of aloha.
The Kahilu Theater in Kamawela offers great performances of dance, chamber music, symphonies, a bit of something for everyone. Travel to Hawaii's finest theater, located at the Parker Ranch Center in downtown Waimea, where you and the family can enjoy world-class entertainment. Coming November 15th and 16th, I Remember a Life in Music, starring Richard Smart. It'll be a wonderful show of songs and remembrances of Mr. Smart's career.
Before continuing with our show, I'd like to tell you that on Friday, November 29th, the holidays will officially arrive here at the Keauhou Shopping Village. I'll be your host for an evening which will include a tree lighting ceremony as well as Santa's arrival. And as we get closer to the date, I'll be giving you more information. But for now, mark your calendars. Friday, November 29th, 6 p.m. when the holidays come to the Keauhou Shopping Village. It's going to be a lot of fun. And speaking of the Keauhou Shopping Village, they recently held a super-powered competition.
Press, rack, good lift is what these lifters were looking for at the 3rd annual Big Island Gym's Bench Press Contest held at the Keauhou Shopping Village. 33 athletes in various weight classes from teenage, women, and men's categories participated. The purpose of this meet is to get the competitors involved with the American Drug-Free Powerlifting Association.
We are finally have an American Drug-Free Powerlifting Association in the state of Hawaii. This is the first year that it's been in existence. It gets the word out there that there is a choice. You don't have to use steroids in order to be a good weightlifter. What we're trying to do is give these people options. Instead of having to lift against lifters that do use steroids, they have an option now to come into a meet where there's no steroids being used.
In competition, the athlete must follow specific rules for a successful lift.
There's two commandments that the lifter has to wait for. That's the press, and that is bringing it down to their chest, waiting for the judge to say press, bringing it up, blocking their elbows out, and waiting for the rack. They have to be strong in the chest muscles and in the shoulder muscles and in the back of the arm, the triceps.
Easy now. Press. Easy now.
Here are a few of the heavies that placed first. Race Cunningham in the 198 division pressed 400. In the 220 Masters, Ski Kwiatkowski with a 395 bench. Clyde Omaya in the 242s did a 405. And our super heavyweight Greg Payne did an easy 465. Coming up next for Big Island Gym is their second annual Bodybuilding Classic, November 26th. Then on February 29th is the American Drug-Free State Powerlifting Championships. So keep fit and drug-free.
We all work hard in life, so you've earned and deserve the Big Island's most luxurious resort and residential area. This is Keauhou, a glamorous world within itself, with hotels, condominiums, 8 restaurants, 30 tennis courts, a championship golf course, plus a shopping village with over 40 merchants. Life is at its finest. The excitement doesn't stop here. Keauhou also offers the ultimate scuba diving, snorkeling, deep-sea fishing, and breathtaking sunset cruises. Keauhou, a world within itself waiting for you.
Get away for the day at beautiful Keauhou Shopping Village with over 40 stores to choose from, like these. Lady L. Contemporary fashions with a sophisticated touch. Mr. L. Resort wear clothing for the island-style man. Keauhou Shopping Village, so much to see and do.
Here's a quick look at what's coming up for West Hawaii. The Kona Hospital Auxiliary has recently launched an Adopt a Room project to raise funds for much-needed repairs and refurbishment of Kona Hospital facilities. Adoption is available for a 2-bed, 4-bed, or 2-room suite. Call 329-5360 to get more details. The Kona Colts and Kona Broncos will be hosting their annual Big Island Pop Warner Cheerleading Cheer-Off. It's coming up Sunday, November 10th, 1 p.m. at Holly Halavai. The Kona Crime Prevention Committee is holding its regular monthly meeting beginning 12 noon, Wednesday, November 13th at the Hotel King Kamehameha. The university here in West Hawaii will be holding a new UH West Hawaii Campus Forum. Coming up Wednesday, November 13th at 7 p.m. at the Keauhou Beach Hotel. You're encouraged to make your voice count in planning programs for a new campus. November is designated as Alzheimer's Month. The club in Kona is holding their second annual garage sale November 16th, 8 a.m. to benefit the Alzheimer's program. Paliuli School in Kealakekua is hosting an old-fashioned harvest season folk dance coming up Saturday, November 16th, 7:30 p.m. at the school grounds. Remember, if you want to post your event on our billboard, give us all the details 3 weeks in advance or send it into Box 715, Kealakekua.
And that's going to do it for tonight's show. Hope you enjoyed the program. Coming up next week, the Kona Coffee Cultural Festival is here. We'll be taking a look at the coffee picking contest, as well as highlights of the Kona Coffee Farm Fair. That's going to be a lot of fun, so join us next Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. here on Channel 6 for another round of Keoho's Weekly Highlights. I'm Lyman Medeiros, and tonight we're going to leave you with highlights of the weekend's past activities down at the Hulihe'i Palace. Enjoy, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Keoho's Weekly Highlights was brought to you by the Crown Lands of Keoho, the Keoho Shopping Village, and the Keoho Beach Hotel. Be sure to watch for weekly highlights, 6:30 and 7:30 p.m., 7 nights a week, here on Channel 6.
Aloha mai, we welcome you to our Keoho Beach Hotel. Anytime is happy time. For our kama'ainas and visitors, the food is always ono at our Kuakini Terrace. Succulent seafood every weekend. Our sumptuous Sunday brunch, all you can eat. Chinese favorites in the middle of the week. So ono. For the celebrations of your life. E como mai. To the Keoho Beach Hotel. The true spirit of aloha exists.
Get away for the day at beautiful Keoho Shopping Village with over 40 stores to choose from, like these. Small World Children's Wear for Kona's most complete clothing and accessory fashions. Ali'i Veterinary Clinic, exclusive small animal practice for all your pet's needs. Keoho Shopping Village, so much to see and do.
One of my favorite sounds at Christmas is the sound of bells at red kettles like this. For 100 years, the Salvation Army's kettle campaign has provided hope to millions. So please don't walk by without stopping, because Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without the Salvation Army.